like to say that I'm joined by Daisy Brain. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's still a bit early for me, so I can't imagine how you must feel on the road as well.
Yeah, it is a little bit early. We've just had a really long drive to Warrington from London, so feeling very tender at the moment.
What are you doing today then? Is it Neighbourhood?
Yeah, Neighbourhood weekend. We're on at like 6ish today. I think 5:55 is our official time, which will be fun. Yeah, I'm well excited for that.
Can you give us the origins of Daisy Brain? How did you get started in all of this?
Well, it all started up in Leeds. Me and a guy called Russian Dan, we live together, we're best mates, and we've been writing for years. It all started with like a lot of pop music, to be honest. Writing things we thought would do well for radio. Did that for a couple of years, moved down to London, and then worked in a pizza joint for a year with Dan, and there was this really loud vent in the kitchen, which meant we can only play loud music, otherwise we just wouldn't be able to hear it. And just through listening to more, things like Green Day, Deftones, things that we both used to listen to when we were growing up, quickly realized that's what we want to be writing. And it wasn't a conscious decision to start making guitar music, but that's just sort of how it ended up. And I wanted to listen to my own mixes on the way to work and on the way back, and obviously getting in the underground, that is also incredibly loud, so I would only really enjoy listening to the songs that were heavier. So I just kind of just gravitated to more heavier, grungy sound. And then lockdown happened, so we were sort of writing grunge music in our bedroom for a year, hence why there's a bit of a kind of bedroom producer vibe to our sound.
Did you produce it all yourself as well?
Yeah, everything's been done in my bedroom currently. I think we've recorded the next single in a studio, which is quite nice. We've never really done that with Daisy Brain before, but everything before that was done in my room.
So how would you describe your music to someone that's maybe not heard it before?
Grungy, bubblegum grunge. It's half serious, half ironic. It's funny and incredibly sad at the same time. If you love Green Day, I feel like Green Day and Blur, the love child of those two bands would be us, I guess.
So your newest EP, Disconnected Happy, has been out for almost 2 months. What has the response been like from that?
Yeah, it's been great. People seem to love it. We played the headline show literally a few days ago in London, in front of our own crowd, and everyone was singing all the lyrics, especially to the song Kleptomaniac, which wasn't a single on the EP. And everyone was going for it for that one. It was pretty mental to hear a song that wasn't on radio, and we weren't pushing particularly hard. Everyone was just screaming every single lyric, and it was pretty mental, to be honest. So I think it went really, really well.
And do you have a favourite that EP?
What Would You Do is probably my favourite. I think that one is my favourite because the influences on the instrumental is right up my street, Smashing Pumpkins. The lyrics are quite, real for me. I struggle with BPD, so that song kind of goes up and down quite a lot, my emotions. So that one's definitely my favourite.
And what was the creative process like for writing that EP?
I think a lot of it was done during lockdown. So I'd write a song, most of it would be done my end, and then I'd sort of send it to Russian Dan, who lived in a different house at the time, and he sort of like had a new wave of color harmonically, and then I'd sort of like piece both of our parts together with a drum groove I've just like made on Logic, and then we'd send it to our session drummer Gav, who had his own little setup in his own house. So like every single song on that EP is sort of like a Frankenstein like beast. It was all done in like 4 different houses, but all produced in one little bedroom. So yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I feel like you can definitely hear that in the mix. Like it's quite a lot of different styles of production within that EP compared to like the first one.
Can we expect any more new music from you this year?
Yeah, 100%. We've got the next single is pretty much ready to go. Going into the studio tomorrow to start on the 3rd EP, which will be really fun. Yeah, I mean, there's so much music to come, man. Like, not entirely sure when we're releasing each one, but there's a lot coming out this year, so I'm really excited.
And when I was doing my like research for this interview and stuff, I came across a video on YouTube of you opening fan mail, and you seem to get quite a lot. So what's like the best thing that someone sent you?
The best thing, I think noodles, to be honest. I've not had to buy myself dinner for quite a while, because I've just got loads of super noodles in my cupboard. So that's great. I'm really enjoying the fact that people just love sending me noodles. Although I did say on a live somewhere that I hated curry flavoured super noodles, and recently I've been getting a lot of curry flavoured super noodles. Fan banter, I guess.
And so what's next for you now? What else have you got planned for the rest of the year?
So we've got quite a few festivals this summer, which I'm really buzzed for. Reading and Leeds, and then we've got our headline tour in November, and then a few support tours around that as well, which I'm not going to say, but I'm super buzzed. Like, we're going to be playing some pretty crazy shows after my mouth is not working. Festival season. After that, there'll be quite a few big shows, which I'm really buzzed for. And yeah, releasing loads of music. Yeah, this year's gonna be fun.
And I got a few listeners' questions for you as well.
Oh, really? Fun.
Lauren, and she says, what is your favourite flavour of noodles?
Chicken.
People can start sending you like the chicken now.
I really hope so.
And I've got one from Abby, and she says, what's your favourite tattoo?
My favourite tattoo? I've got a scorpion on my rib, which I really love. It's done by a guy called Mouse, and he's incredible. He's really quick. I actually have a really low pain threshold and hate getting tattoos. And this one was actually really, like, it was alright, even though it was on the ribs. So yeah, the scorpion one on my ribs is my favourite.
And I've got one more from Alex, and he says, if you could do a collaborative album with anyone, who would it be?
Maybe someone like Slow Tie.
Yeah.
So like, I love his rhythm and his lyrics, and they're so raw and angsty, and I think on top of like a punk song, it just gel really well. So yeah, Slow Tie would be great, I think.
A bit of a quick fire round for you as well.
Oh yeah? Hit me.
What is your favourite fan memory?
My favourite fan memory? It was really weird. It was really funny. I think it was in Birmingham, and this girl like gave me like a whole bunch of flowers as I was walking into the back of the venue, and during the show I was wearing this like really ripped up long sleeve tee, and it was getting caught in my string, so I sort of like ripped off like one of my entire sleeves and like threw it into the crowd. And then halfway through the set, I could just see her just like waving it about. And I don't know, I just found it really funny, just watching this girl like waving my sleeve up and like around the fucking crowd. Sorry, bloop again. Yeah, probably that one. Yeah, I haven't had the chance to meet many fans in person because I feel like a lot of the time, like, there's been a lot of COVID sort of restrictions, especially when it comes to like tour, because obviously tours are quite long, and if I get COVID really on in the tour, we have to cancel loads of dates, so we've been quite strict with that. But the odd occasion that things like that happen is always quite fun.
And what has been the biggest moment of your career so far?
Playing Ali Pali.
Yeah.
That was insane. Like, the only way I can describe like looking at a crowd that big is like, it just looks like sandpaper.
Yeah.
It's just like bobs. They're not even like people anymore. It's ridiculous. I've never like sort of imagined what it would be like. Obviously I've seen like videos on YouTube of like big artists playing rooms like that, but like it's really different in person, and it's indescribable, to be honest. The sound was amazing as well. Yeah, that venue was just beautiful. Ali Pali for sure.
What was your first album?
First album I listened to?
Bought, first one that you like fell in love with?
Green Day, American Idiot. For sure.
And what is your favourite song of the year so far?
My favourite song of the year? Ooh. Again by Pom Pom Squad. That song gets me. She's incredible. Pom Pom Squad, grungy American artist. I think it's coming to the UK at some point, but yeah, she's like insane, and that song just hits me right in the feels.
What is your karaoke song?
Karaoke song? I Want to Dance with Somebody. Love belting that song.
What's your perfect Sunday?
Sitting at home, smoking a doob, making music.
And what is your most embarrassing moment?
My most embarrassing moment? Ooh. I've got a few embarrassing moments. I'm not sure which one's the most embarrassing. Oh, my first ever public performance. I was about 14, and I was playing the Pirates of the Caribbean theme tune on the guitar. It was just me by myself, and then halfway through I just had like a bit of a brain fart, and I just stopped playing right there and then. I couldn't remember the rest of it. I was like frozen still for like 5 seconds, and I just stood up and walked off. And everyone was really confused, like, was that it? Was that the end? I can't tell, what's going on? And I just sat back down on my seat and acted like that was the end. That was just like something that night like switched, and now every time I go on stage, or just before I go on stage, I think of that moment and think, I can never do that again. I can never just walk off stage ever again. This has to be right. So yeah, that moment, oh my god. Bad memory.
Do you ever forget lyrics now?
Not really. I think I've accidentally sung a second verse over the first verse, but I've never really forgotten lyrics completely before. No.
If you could do the soundtrack to any film, what would it be?
A movie called Palo Alto.
Palo Alto.
Yeah, coming of age film. Beautiful film.
What are the best and worst parts about being a musician?
The best part is playing live. The worst part is social media. For sure. Obviously I love connecting with fans, but having to take a huge chunk of my day to like make content when I could be making music I don't know. I growing up wanting to be a musician, I never really thought about that part of it, and it is quite draining. So yeah, that's definitely the worst part.
And what do you order from Greg's?
Chicken baked sausage, bean and cheese melt, and a coffee.
Good choice, good choice. And would you like to request a song for me to play on the show?
Ooh, again by Pom Pom Squad.
I thought you'd say that one. Yeah, we'll get that one for you.
So my Instagram is noodle_IRL. My Twitter is daisybrain_. I'm pretty sure my TikTok is also noodle_IRL. Those are the only 3 platforms I actually use. Facebook, you can find me, but I don't use that. So please do find me and listen to the songs if you like grunge music. And if you love them so much, feel free to DM me and tell me how much you love them, because it's always nice hearing nice things about things that you create. And if you want to go beyond, come to a show. We're playing around the UK in November, our own UK tour. So yeah, definitely come to that.